Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? I hope you'll be fine. This is chapter number 3 of Cambridge Lower Secondary Book 8, and we have started with this chapter earlier as well. We have done with exercise 4.1 and 4.2. Today we are going to deal with divisions related to the decimals. So let's see how are we supposed to do them. What are we supposed to do? If we are provided with any division like 2.4 divided by 0.4, what are we supposed to do? We'll simply transform into a fraction like 2.4 upon 0.4. And then we will look for the number of decimal places we have in the denominator. Okay. Since there is only one decimal place in the denominator, so what we will do, we'll multiply both of them by 10. We cannot multiply one of them by 100 and the other one with 10. Okay. We have to multiply both of them by whatever number we are multiplying one of them with. So upon multiplying 0.4 with 10, it becomes 4. And 22.4 would become 24 since both of them turned into a whole number each. So we'll now cut them out and it would be 6 whole. So the answer would be 6. Okay, this is how we are supposed to do these questions. Next, we have part B, in which again we have two decimal places. So it would turn out 7.2 over 0.9. That's 72 over 9. Because when we multiply any number having one decimal place, what happens? This decimal will move one place forward and it would become 72 whole. That's how this happens. Similarly, 0.9 when multiplied with 10, this decimal will move one place forward and it would become 9. Okay, so 9 ones are 9, 9 eights are 72. It becomes 8 over here. Similarly, when we have, okay, here you will find that here we do not have any decimal place in the numerator, but we have one decimal place in the denominator. So still, we'll multiply both of them by 10. Okay, why do we multiply both of them by 10 or by any same number? Because when we multiply both the numerator and the denominator with the same number, they'll have a nil effect over it. That is, when we will simplify them, they would turn to this original position, original numbers. Okay, so it would be 420 over 6 whole. 420 over 6, and then 6 ones are 6, 6 sevens are 42, here comes 0. So that's 420, and here we have a minus sign as well. So it becomes 420 over 6, and that is 70. The answer would be minus 70. Same thing happens over here, minus 45 over 0.5. Since we have one decimal place in the denominator, we'll multiply both of them by 10. This becomes 450 over 5. And then here comes minus sign. 5 nines are 45. Here comes 0. The answer would be minus 90. Now we have to do the same thing in question number 2. 6.3 over 0.9. Multiply both of them by 10. They would turn into 63 over 9. And that's 9 ones are 9. 9 sevens are 63. Okay. Then 1.4 over 0.2 multiply by 10 each. It becomes 14 over 2 and that's 7. Okay. 4.9 over 0.7 multiply by 10 each. It becomes 49 over 7 and that's 7. How easy it is. Okay. Then we have 4.8 divided by 0.6 multiplied by 10 each. It would turn into 48 over 6. And that 6 ones are 6, 6 eights are 48. So the answer is 8. 5.6 over 0.8 multiplied by 10 each. It would become 56 over 8. And that's done. Right? I hope it's clear to you people now. Now, in the next question, you will find that in the numerator and the denominator will not have same number of decimal places. So what are we supposed to do? We'll now focus on the number of decimal places in the denominator only. Okay. So if it's 0.92 upon 0.4, we'll multiply each of them by 10. So this would become 9.2 over 4. Okay. And then we will divide it with 4. So 4 twos are 8. Here comes 1. We'll bring down 4, but since there is a decimal, we'll put decimal over here and then We cannot divide 14 with 4, so we'll multiply 4 with 3, becomes 12. Here comes 2, it's the remainder, and then we'll put a 0 using the decimal, and here comes 5. So the answer would be 2.35. Or you can do it the other way, like you can multiply each of them by 100. But make sure whatever number you are multiplying it with, you have to multiply both of them by the same number. So this would turn out to be 92 over 40. Okay. 42s are 80, right? Then we have 2 as the remainder. We'll put a decimal over here. Becomes 20. We cannot divide 20 by 40. So we have to put a 0 over here. And then here comes one more 0. And we know that 40 multiplied by 5. Oh, wait. It's not 2, it's 12. So now after putting the decimal, we'll have a 0 over here. And then we know that 40 times 3. Wait. Oh, we took 4 over there. It was not 4. Actually. Uh-oh. That was 9.2. So when we will multiply 4 by 2, it becomes 8. 1 comes down. And when we will put 2 over here, it's 2.3 actually. Not 2.35 because it was 9.2. Right? Same thing comes here. That 4 threes are 12. So 43s are 120. And we are getting the same answer in both the cases. Okay? Now let's talk about the next question. Part B. Part B is 5.74 over 0.7. We'll multiply both of them by 100. Okay? So it would become 574 over 70, right? So what you can do, instead of dividing it directly, since we know that both of them are even numbers, so let's divide them by 2 each. Okay? If we divide 574 by 2, it will become 287 over 35. 235s are 70. Okay. And then we can divide 287 by 35. And it seems to be divisible by 7 each. 7 fives are 35. And 7 fours are 28. 7 ones are 7. Okay. Now we can easily divide 41 by 5. 5 eights are 40. Here comes 1 as the remainder. We'll put a decimal. So it becomes 8.2. Right? Or you could have done it like this. 5.74 over 0.7 multiply by 10 each. So this becomes 57.4 over 7. And then we can divide it with 7 over here. 7 eights are 56. Here comes 1 and 4. We put a decimal. 7 twos are 14. In both the cases, you will get the same answer. Don't worry about the answers. Whatever method you find easier, just go for it. Now the next one is minus 774 over 0.9. Let's multiply each of them by 10. It would become minus 7740 over 9. And then we will divide it with 9. So 9 eights are 72. Here comes 5. 9 6 are 54. Here comes 0. So it's 860. The answer to this one would be 860. That's all. Okay, in some cases you will get the answer in the whole number. In other cases you'll get the answer in the decimal. Doesn't matter. Next we have minus 288 over 0.3. So again we'll do the same thing we did in part C. This would turn out to be minus 2880 over 3. And then we will divide it. 3 nines are 27. 3 6 are 18, and then a 0. So it would be minus 960, and that's all. How easy it is, okay? But make sure if one of the number is negative, the other one is positive, then you have to put a negative sign in the answer. Here comes the next question. Order pays $1.08 for a piece of string 0.8 meters long. There is a piece of string. The length of this string is 0.8 meters. Okay. And when Arthur buys it, so he buys it at a cost of $1.08. Arthur uses this formula to work out the cost of a string per meter. Since it was 0.8 meters, not one whole, so he wanted to calculate what would be the cost of 1 meter long piece of a string if 0.8 meters cost $1.08. So what he did to find out the cost per meter, he put the price of piece in the numerator and the length of piece in the denominator. So we are gonna do the same thing to find out the cost. He will put the price, that is 1.08, in the numerator and the length in the denominator. Since there is only one decimal in the denominator, so let's multiply both of them by 10. On doing this, we will get 10.8 over 8 whole. And now we will divide it. So 8 ones are 8. Here comes 2. Then we have a decimal over here. As we will bring down 8, we will put the decimal over here. And then 8 threes are 24. Here comes 4. As the remainder, we'll put a 0. And then 8 fives are 40. We can put 1 0 if we have already a decimal in the quotient. Okay. So the answer would be 1.35. Okay. It means that if 0.8 meters length of piece of string cost $1.08, then the cost of 1 meter would be $1.35. Okay, students, this is how we are supposed to do it. Now the next question. This question says, this is part of Jamal's homework. First, we have to estimate the question is estimate an answer to 498 divided by 0.6. Whenever it comes to estimation, what are we supposed to do? We just have to round the first digit. So what are they doing? They multiplied 498 with 10. Okay, they multiplied both of them by 10. Then they round 4980 to one significant figure. Estimation means to rounding off the given number to one significant figure. So 4980 would become 5,000, and then when we will divide 5,000 by 6, so it would become 800, because 6 multiplied by 8 is 4,800, so it would be around 800. And when he actually divided 4980 with 6, he got 830 as the answer. Okay, so that's what we have to do in the given question. You have to use Jamal's method to work out each of these divisions. First, we have to estimate the answer, and then we will find the actual answer. So for 27.6 over 0.3, we will multiply both of them by 10 first. It becomes 276 over 3. 276 to one significant figure would become 300. So 300 over 3 is equals to 100. This is the estimated answer, and now let's find out the actual answer. So 276 divided by 3. 3 nines are 27. Here comes 6 down. 3 twos are 6. So the answer would be 92. Right? Next, we have part B. Minus 232 over 0.4. So what are we supposed to do? Multiply both of them by 10. Minus 2320 over 4. Now it's 2000 over 4. And then that's minus 500. Right? And if we go for the actual answer, so minus 2320 over 4, here it would be 4 5s are 20. Here it comes 32, 4 8s are 32, 0. So the answer would be minus 580. That's all. Next, we have 306 over 0.9. This would become 3060 over 9. Okay. And if we go for estimated answer, this would become 3000 over 9, right? And we know that if we go for division, so 9 threes are 27, 9 threes are 27, and then again 9 threes are 27. So what did Jamal do when he had to find out the answer 5000 divided by 6? It was not actually 800, but he estimated the answer as well and it became 800. Because when you actually divide 5000 by 6, the actual answer is actually 833. But then he estimated 833 into 800. So we'll do the same thing over here. Since we are getting 333, so the estimated answer would be 300. Okay. Now let's figure out that what would be the actual answer. So for this, we will divide 3060 with 9. 9 sevens are, oh sorry, 9 threes are 27. And then 9 fours are 36. So the actual answer is 340. Okay, students, this is how we are supposed to do these questions. The next one is minus 483 over 0.7. First, we'll multiply both of them by 10. So this would become minus 4830 over 7. And then we will estimate it. So this would become minus 5000 over 7. When we will divide it, so 7 sevens are 49. Here comes 10. Here comes 7 ones are 7. And then 7 fours are 28. So the estimated answer would be minus 700. And the actual answer, let's figure it out. What would be the actual answer? 7 sevens are 49, so 7 6 are 42. 7 nines are 63. So it would be minus 690, which is very close to the estimated answer. Right? Now the next one is 43.76. So this would become 437.6 over 8. And the estimated answer would be 400 over 8. And that's 50. For the estimated answer, we are getting 50. For the actual answer, let's see what do we get. For this, we will divide 437.6 with 8. So 8 fives are 40. Here comes 37. And then 8 fours are 32. Comes 56, put a decimal. 8 sevens are 56. So the actual answer is 54.7, which is quite close to the estimated answer. Next, we have the last one, where it's minus 33972 over 0.6. So let's just multiply each of them by 10. It would become 6 over here. The estimated answer would be 300,000 over 6, and that's 50,000. Right? Now let's talk about the actual answer. So that's 339720 divided by 6. 6 fives are 30. Here comes 39. 6 6 are 36. And then 37. 6 6 are 36. And then 1 2 12. And then a 0. So the answer would be 56,620. The actual answer would be minus 56,620, and that's all. This is how we are supposed to do these sort of questions. Okay, students? Okay, students, one more thing to discuss over here in question number 2. It says, which of these calculations card is the odd one out? We forgot to give the answer to this part. Actually, when we solved each of them, we got 7, 7, 7, 7. All the answers were 7 except D. It was 8. So this one is the odd one out. Okay, just mark it. Now let's do the next question. Question number 8 is works out 50.46 divided by 1.2. This is what she writes. 50.46 multiplied by 10 becomes 504.6. That's correct. 1.2 multiplied by 10 becomes 12. Okay. And how did she divided them? So 504.60. Let's do our calculation side by side to understand that what mistake has she made over here. So 12 threes are 36, 12 fours are 48. So that's correct. She also took 4 as the first number. Here comes 2 and then bring down 4. So 12 twos are, okay, fine. 2 was the remainder upon subtracting 48. So we'll combine it with 4. It would become 24 and that's 12 twos are 24. That's correct. Then there was a point, so we'll put a point over here. She also put the point. Next, we have 6060. So we cannot divide 6 with 12. It means we have to take 2 digits together. And whenever we take 2 digits together, we have to put a 0 over here. Okay, the mistake we have highlighted is Isla didn't put a 0 over here before 5. Since she took 2 digits together to divide, she must have taken a 0 in the quotient for this. But she didn't, so this was the mistake she made. The actual answer should have been 42.05, not 42.5. That's the mistake she has actually made. Okay? So what are we supposed to write? She hasn't written down the 0 above the 6. That's the mistake, okay? And then the correct answer would be 42.05. You people also make this mistake a lot. So make sure that next time you divide the numbers, whenever you'll take the 2 digits together, you have to put a 0 in between. Okay, students, so we have completed these questions so far, inshallah. In the next video, we'll do question number 9 and onwards. Until then, take care. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Allah Hafiz.